Greetings this day. We are reflecting on the first week of Lent. Our theme was isolation. We've been looking at a book called Night Fishing in Galilee. And it's all based on John 21 and the ways in which we, as a community, sometimes need to, again, look into what is it that keeps us isolated or keeps us away from the presence of God. Kenneth Arnold, the author of Night Fishing in Galilee, focuses on the first chapters on Peter. Peter, having been one of the disciples that most fervently denied knowing Christ and in his hour of need, probably was feeling a bit put out, probably feeling a little distanced by the rest of the community, and somewhat isolating himself from everyone, and following the death of Jesus. Like any community, when we lose somebody we love, we lose somebody who's, demonstrated leadership and all the rest, they, there's a certain emptiness, there's a certain loss, there's a certain bewilderment that takes over the community. So it is in that focus on the isolation and the sense of, they went out fishing was that first part of John 21st, that Peter decides that he's going fishing and others followed him. And fishing would mean going back to what he was doing before Jesus, right? But his whole focus was to kind of go and do this and not recognize the change, not recognize the impact that being in relationship with Christ had on his life. He was probably thinking he was going to go back to the way things were. And as you know, many of us who've gone through transitions of one kind or another, we can't usually go back to the way things were. We try sometimes. Sometimes it seems rather nostalgic to do so, but we never really quite get there. So we live in that present. We live in that place. So Peter offers us that insight into what that's like. And obviously what happened to them, they went fishing. Now here are people who've, fished for most of their lives, apparently, and were probably very good at it. And yet they went out and they caught nothing. Think about that. That when we distance ourselves, when we isolate ourselves, when we get into all about me and forget about community, forget about being in relationship with God, that isolating time can be rather unproductive, that we're not able to do anything. We're not able to do anything apart from that Spirit of God. It is nothing but an emptiness, an unproductive emptiness. So we get in touch with that as we begin this Lenten season. What might that mean for us? What might that mean when, some of us have experienced different hurts in our lives, different occasions, then things go wrong or things get messed up. And for many of us, our first inclination is to go and hide and go and isolate ourselves, take ourselves apart. Not for, healing purposes, but because we're afraid. Where we need to commune with God and with community. And the best place that we often find that is in safe communities around us. People we feel connected to, people we feel safe with, people we can be our true selves with, and share our grief, share our loss, share all of the inner feelings that come with transition. So as we begin this Lenten season, think about that. Think about how how God is working in your life through your moments of difficulty, through your moments of isolation. Or if you know somebody who's isolating, if you know somebody who's feeling cut off or feeling hurt and uncared for, to make that attempt, to reach out, to offer them that opportunity, that safe environment for them to work and heal and live in community. So enjoy this Lenten week, and we will be in touch next week. Thank you.